Hello everybody, Peter again, the boring one. Right, couple of dreams really to go through, very short ones as always, very mundane. Um, There's actually only last night, both of these. I was walking down this unrecognised street somewhere, some town or other, and I was walking towards some market stalls, and I was getting towards the end of them, or the beginning of them, I should say, from my point of view. And I've got two bags of either bird or small mammal food in my hands, sort of seeds or nuts or some such. One of which for some reason was open, although I wasn't aware of actually eating them myself. And just before I got to the end stall, a man stopped me and asked in a quite friendly way what I was doing. I told him I was going to find a pet food stall and give them these bags so they could sell them. But just as I said that, a small boy came up and asked if he could have them, I assumed, for his own pets. So I gave them to him, and that was the end of that exciting dream. Talking to Kevin about it this morning, he gave me my two possibilities, but the only one I can remember actually was that he thought that maybe the seeds in some way symbolised growth. And maybe the child was actually a guide taking away karma from me. But it's just my two ideas that he gave me, which I've forgotten the other ones. So if you could perhaps enlighten us, please, Dwayne.
These are always a quiz, aren't they? So again, yes, you have the seeds, and someone comes up and asks for them. I'm not saying that this boy is a guide, but it could be. But again, give it a little time and look at it. And again, it goes off your intent. Is there an impression in the experience at all, Peter, with what you're doing? Because it can go any way.
No, not really. It was just as I told you. It was just sort of a fairly mundane sort of, but it had this odd sort of twist to the end. I thought with a small boy, but I didn't get any kind of impression of what it actually meant.
Well, again, you have the seed, so you're the seed carrier, and it's what you intend to do. So you intend to give them away. So there's a little bit more to the movie, but you'll figure it out. Yeah, you'll see what happens, etc., or you won't. And the boy has it. And the boy is youth. Many times, what it is a child also represents an idea. That's growth. I've seen it many times with myself, where if I start a project or something, it'll show up as a young child. And then as the project goes along, the child gets bigger and bigger and bigger very, very fast, okay, because it comes to life, in other words, the idea. So there's many ways to view it. That's one way, like you and Kevin talk about. You kind of get hints to it, but it's all pretty simple. But yeah, go ahead.
Right. Well, the other one was yet another office dream, which seems to dominate my life, I suppose. I didn't recognise this particular office, but it doesn't really matter. In it, I was trying across the floor, and I got this strange apparently newly purchased small machine of some kind on the floor. It was like a sort of rectangular thing, about 18 inches square by about 2 feet long, I guess. And it's covered in all knobs and switches and things. And obviously it was a very elaborate piece of equipment. I had no idea what it was for, by the way. But it had steering, and you could stop it and reverse it and do all sorts of things with it. Although I'm not quite sure what the purpose of the thing was. But anyway, for some reason I was trying to manoeuvre it across the floor, and in so doing I had to kick away piles of old files and things to get them out of the way. That was it, really. My own thoughts on it afterwards, but that's. I'd never mentioned the fact it was actually blue in colour, and I thought, well, maybe that's some kind of symbolism regarding the guides, and maybe it's the thing itself is some kind of a metaphor for assistance and help from the guides to sort of take me forward. But that's about all I could come up with my rather limited experience, and maybe you could enlighten us again, please.
Is this a little machine that you're riding in the room or something? Is that what that is? I couldn't quite get all of it.
No, I wasn't riding it. I was sort of standing behind it, sort of on the floor.
Okay. Yeah. So blue also is the color of the mental realm, and again, a mental idea. So it sounds like you're playing with some ideas, etc., and kind of moving it around the room, etc., in the office setting. So, and if it's an office setting, what are office settings? They're business, some kind of business. So, you know, you've got those little relationships there, and again, you're the decider. So, look at your life again. Look at your intent. Everything comes from your intent. There's a difference between your mind and your intent, and when you're in the experience, okay, that's basically your real awareness, and what you're dealing with is the mechanical thing. So it's a mechanical thing that's blue. So it's, I would say it's, you know, from what you describe, okay, it's something of a mental idea that you're playing around with, etc. But and somewhere along those lines, yes. But again, see, Peter, you know best, because you are Peter and you're deciding things. So this can go any way at all. It can go many different ways. I've had experiences in the past where you know, I'll have the same exact experience right after the one after the other, and I recognize that they both meant different things altogether, but they were exactly the same experience. So you break everything down to a real simple basic is what you do first, and you look at yourself. Okay, so you're looking at the experience, but you also look at yourself. You look at what is contained in your 5 bodies, you know, your reference, that's your reference. And then your real awareness, you look at what is it that you're deciding every day or every moment. Now, some of these things just kind of come and go, and then they just kind of show up because you're deciding things. It's like maybe you're an inventor, as an example, and you want to invent something, and so you're probably working on many things, so you're going to have many experiences, but it doesn't mean you're going to follow through with all of them. So, you know, just along your lifestyle, how you're doing things, and accordingly. And again, you got Kevin there and others that you guys kind of look at these things, and again, it's focus. What is your focus? So yeah, it's something mechanical in your mind that's there that maybe you're not noticing, but it's no big deal. You can always change it, or whatever you're working on. Yeah.
Right. Okay. Thanks for that.